surround sound recordings.
What is going on? What is going on? What's going on, my peoples? We are back again with another podcast with a very special guest. Oh, this is going to be a good one, guys. If you're just now tuning in, we are just getting things going. Big shout out to every TI worldwide. This is your host, NEXX, Next Level, man. This is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. Oh, man. I've been away for a little while, guys, but guess what? I'm back, and I'm back with the meerkat. My guy, he is heavily targeted. He goes through some things. He's got an amazing YouTube channel. We're going to talk about some things today. Big shout out to everybody tuning in. I see my guy, Awakened State of Mind, Target in Australia. Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, we're gonna get it going. Yeah. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Shout out to every TI, man. This is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. What is going on, Meerkat?
Hey, Nexx. How's it going?
It's going, man. It's going, man. We're about to get it going, man. Guys, I want you to meet Meerkat Karate, man. He's an amazing guy, man. He's got a YouTube channel. It's growing. We want you guys to subscribe. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. A lot of things going on in the TI world. Big shout out to everybody watching right now. Oh, man, I see Deb Olsen. What is going on, Deb Olsen? Welcome to the podcast. Let's go. Big shout out to everybody tuning in, man. This is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. This is an interactive podcast. This podcast is for the people. It's for you, okay? It's for everybody going through it right now. Everybody in the struggle that's going through it, man. Big shout out to Meditation, man. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Yeah. We're just getting it going, man. Meerkat, man, what is going on? How you doing today, man?
Doing good, Nexx.
Man, it's good to see you, man. It's definitely good to see you, man. We're just going to get right into it, man. If anybody has any questions for me or Mr. Meerkat here, my partner, do not hesitate, man. Just type it in the comment section right now. And I do want to let you guys know that this is an interactive podcast. This is for you guys. So if you guys feel called at any time to give us a call and you want to chime in, or you have any questions for me or Meerkat, just give us a call, man. We'll patch you right through, man. It's good to see everybody coming out, man. We got to get it going, man. Let's get this thing going. So Meerkat Karate, man. Man, where did you come up with that name? That name is creative, man. I love it, man. Where did you come up with that name, man?
Well, I don't know about the karate part. That just kind of popped into my head. But I like the meerkat because it eats snakes and scorpions.
Okay. Definitely, man. That's definitely awesome, man. And I forgot to tell you guys this. Well, you guys already know, man. This podcast is for the TI community, man. Okay, this is for the targeted individuals, that the real targeted individuals, no phonies, no fakes, guys. This is the real deal right here, man. So, Meerkat, man, when did you first discover that? When did you first notice, things starting to be a little weird, and when did you first discover about the targeted individual, the game stalking program?
Okay, so back when I was working, not working right now, but I was working at an electronics store. I don't say the name, but it's a nationwide company. It sells electronics, and I did like I'd be on the cameras looking for shoplifters and stuff.
Okay.
That was my job, and I'd get like mobbed at work, and the people in my department, like my boss, they would just send stuff that is okay. So they would talk like indirectly,
Okay.
but it would be like about me, and
Right.
so there's things like that started to just kind of. I knew something was up, but I didn't know yet what it was. moving forward a few years
Okay.
before I got sick, I accidentally ended up dating a witch.
Ooh.
And
Oh
after
man.
that, since then, it's been crazy.
Oh my goodness, man! I see one of my key moderators just pulled up. K. Arth, welcome to the podcast. Say hello to Mr. Meerkat Karate. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's heating up, Meerkat.
It's heating up.
Oh yeah, big shout out to K. Arth, man. We love you, man. Oh man, I definitely went through the same thing though, Meerkat, man. As far as the workplace mobbing, man, I definitely, and when I was going through it, I had no idea what the hell was happening, bro. And I'm telling you, it is not easy to go through that at all, man. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what kind of things were they saying about you, if you don't mind sharing?
Okay. So in this position, I was like a supervisor. I had people under me, and anyway, they would just say things like, my people would come to me and be like, "Hey, Tom," or they'd be like, "Hey, they ask if you're crazy,"
Okay.
and they say things like that, and I'd be like, I just kind of laughed off because I didn't even know how to respond to that. I'm a supervisor in a store. I've been here for, like 5 years. Of course, I'm not crazy. Crazy people don't have jobs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so just things like that, and just the jokes they'd make. It was far beyond like normal, like picking on people. It was way beyond that.
Man, it's like they are aware of our triggers, right? Like they know what to say to push our buttons, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
Man.
real quick on that note, so you see the movie Airplane. There's like a scene in there where the pilot has like a little boy in the cockpit, and he says, "Have you ever seen a grown man naked?" You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
I don't know where they got this from or anything, but they would make this jokes like that. And then I went to another job where I'd only been there for a month, and this guy's that same joke to me. I'm like, no. See, there's some kind of coloration going on. You know what I mean?
Okay. Definitely, man. I see another one of my key moderators, man. Where's Ashton? I'm being punked. Big shout out to you. Welcome to the podcast. Say hello to Mr. Meerkat Karate. Let's go. Let's go. We're heating up. Man. It's about to get real, man. I love you guys, man, for pulling up like this, man. We love you guys for tuning in, man. This is a real podcast, man. This is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right of me is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. We're just going to get right into it. Oh, Redder M, what is going on, my friend? Welcome to the podcast. Let's go. Man, I feel the love already, Meerkat. I feel the love already, man. Hey, Art says, hey, Meerkat. And thanks, Nexx, man. We love you guys, man. Came from the movie Airplane. Redder M, big shout out to you, man. Big shout out to everybody that's watching, man. If you guys have any questions for us, if you guys have any questions for anybody, let's just let's just be vocal, guys. And don't forget, this podcast is for you, it's for the people, man. It's definitely for the people, okay? It's an interactive podcast, and you guys can call us up right now if you guys feel if you feel called to make that call. If you want to discuss anything, we are here for the call. And we were previously talking about some workplace mobbing, man. And man, it's not easy to go through, right, Meerkat? It's really, oh man, it's happened to me. It's happened to me on the last 10 jobs, I would say. Like I definitely went through it, man, and man, it's not easy to go through. So that when you were first figuring out what was going on with the targeting, it happened on your job. Did it carry on to other jobs?
Yeah, well, the job I took after that, doing the same type of security work, loss preventive work, that's when they started to do that same joke that I guess they figured out somehow that upset me at the other job. And then somebody told, somebody at this new job, these types of things will upset him, and so
Okay.
it was like a huge red flag, and I was like, nope, I'm out of here. It's one thing. It's hard to do your job at any job without all
Right.
this extra crazy stuff.
That is a fact. That is a whole fact, man. Oh man, man. So it's definitely followed me, bro. Like it's followed me from job to job to job to the last job that I worked. It was definitely crazy, man. We just want to give a big shout out, man, to everybody that's watching right now, everybody that's tuning in, man. This is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. He's heavily targeted. He's going through some things. He loves God. He's a man of God. I just have so much respect for this guy, man. He's got an amazing channel. He's just starting his YouTube channel, guys. He's got some amazing videos on it, man. I really advise everybody to check it out. The links to his YouTube channel is in the description, guys. I want to see you guys subscribe, because this is what we do here at NEXXTIME, man. So Meerkat, man, have you ever I don't know, man, when did you start noticing the gang stalking? You know, like people following you around and giving you the evil eye, and when did that start?
Um, since I've become aware of it and started looking into videos more, that
Mm,
really like opened my eyes to how it's going on. And they've stepped it up. Like the more I make videos about Jesus and stuff, it seems to anger them.
wow.
And yeah, but I think back in my life, years and years and years ago, like 10 years or more, it was going on. I just didn't know what it was.
Mm, wow.
Maybe my whole life.
Mm, man. Oh man, that's the thing for me, man. Like when I first found out Meerkat, I was like, man, it was a moment of clarity. I was able to think back at certain events that happened in my life, and I was able to trace this back since I was birthed, man. Since I was born, they've been doing this stuff to me, bro. And man, I just feel blessed, man, that we're still here, we're standing strong, and we're not gonna fold, man. We are not going to fold. Big shout out to Praise Jesus, man. We love you. Welcome to the podcast. I see you. They coming in, Meerkat. They coming in. Yeah. Man, welcome to the podcast. If you are just now tuning in, this is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right of me is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. And we are getting to it, man. If you guys have any questions, man, I just want to thank you guys. Before we get into it, I want to thank y'all for pulling up and showing support, man. We love you guys. We just want to let you guys know, man. If you are going through something right now, you guys, you know, do not be afraid. This is the place where you can connect to other real TIs who are in the struggle, going through this, man. And we're just gonna dive right in, man, and get into it, man. Man. So have you ever, as far as your targeting, like, has it affected your relationships, like as far as your friendships or any romantic relationships you might have been in at any point, Meerkat?
But yeah, definitely. I pretty much don't have friends right now. I mean, you guys are my friends and my family,
That's
but
right.
like here locally, I don't really have any friends. And like I said, with this last relationship I was in with a girl, woman, before I got married, before I got saved, uh, I didn't have discernment. It's critical that you're in a personal relationship just to have discernment, because she ended up being a witch next.
Mmm. Oh man, gee,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that, man. I just want to give a big shout out to my guy Street Psalms. Just had an amazing Bible study, man. You guys need to subscribe to his channel right now. Welcome to the podcast, Street Psalms. That's my guy. Man, it's getting lit right now. It's lit. We lit right now, man. We love everybody, man. But man, Meerkat, you said she was a witch. How did you find out that your ex was a witch, man? Oh man, I'm sorry that you went through that, bro.
Okay, so it's crazy. Like back in high school, and then after that, it had been a long time seeing her, so I just figured she was still okay. Well, anyway, so I started seeing her again and everything, and one day she was in the apartment, and I was looking for something, and I found they had pentagrams on them.
Oh my God.
And just, I mean, okay, check this. You just, at least in my experience before I got saved, I didn't have that. And up front, she told me she was a witch and a black widow. And I just laughed it off, like she was joking or something. But she straight up told me. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's critical that you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
Wow. That is definitely true, man. As a matter of fact, that is awesome, bro. Hold up. That's awesome, bro. Man, can you say that one more time for him, Meerkat? Let him know, man.
At least in my own, at least in my own experience, you won't have discernment unless you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and so that's critical that you have that. This gives you eyes to see and ears to hear.
He's heating up. He's heating up. Oh my God, man, that is, man. So what happened with that, Meerkat? How did that situation end, man? Once you found out she was a witch.
Jesus revealed, man. I mean, I tell you, man. She's tried to get in contact with me a few times since then. I'm like, no.
Wow.
I just ran to Jesus. Yeah.
My boy ran to Jesus. He's on fire. He's on fire! Oh my God, man, that is amazing, my friend. That is amazing. If you guys are just now tuning in, man, this is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. I am your host, NEXX, man. Next level, man. To the right is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man, and we are getting to it, man. I see my guy, Kevin Meredith. Big shout out to you. Welcome to the podcast. It's lit. We lit. Man, oh man. These witches is out here, Meerkat, and they're definitely doing witchcraft. And
that's for sure.
It just, man. Oh man. I'm just so happy that you was able to get out of that situation, man. And is she still trying to reach out and talk to you right now?
No, it's been about 3 years now, but she's like drugging me and stuff, So I'm not going to say how. I did that while I was seeing her in a situation where I was at the hospital, and they did a urine drug screen, and they found cocaine in my system, and I wasn't taking anything like that, so it had to come from.
Wow. Oh man. Oh my goodness, man. Meerkat, man. Oh man, they say what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right?
That's right.
Man. So as far as like your friendships, like with friends that you grew up with, like once you learned about this program, was there anybody that you reached out to and tried to tell them like, look, man, these things are happening, like things are happening, and nobody believed you? Did you experience that at all?
When I started realizing what was going on, I kind of I already kind of knew better than to try to people about, because I'd been like in the truther community for a while, and so I'm well versed in all of the different conspiracy stuff. But
okay,
the way they've got society programmed, like they if you try and tell people about this stuff, they just think you're nuts. It just almost makes it worse.
Right.
So it's really kind of limited who you can talk to about it.
That is a fact. That is a fact, man. They don't make it easy on us at all, do they, my friend?
No, not at all.
Man, but we just keep pushing through, man. We keep pushing through, man. That's what we do. And if anybody is going through things and they don't understand, anything about this program, or you ended up here on the podcast, man, and you have any questions for me or anybody, man, I just, I advise you guys, like, to don't be silent, man. Use your voice, speak up about this thing, speak out about this thing, and let people know how you got through it. Let people know that you did get through it. Man. So I know for me, Meerkat, when I found out about what was going on, I was already in a state of panic and a state of fear, because I was being heavily gang stalked. People was following me, and it got to the point where I broke. I was like in the shower and I was crying, and I was just like asking the Lord, like, what is going on? Like, please. Um, did something like that happen to you? Like, were you overcome with fear and worry and panic?
When it first really hit me what was going on, I would say, yeah, definitely I was afraid, and
Mm,
it made me draw closer to Jesus. And like what I said in one of my other videos, the closer you draw to Jesus, these people shrink up, and the Lord just does not give you a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and sound mind. And that's the truth. I can testify to that. And
mm,
so then it kind of shifts from from being afraid to, it's almost comical, the stuff that they're doing. Like, so when I would take the dog out in the morning, like a lion would always drive by, like
okay.
just a real shady looking lion. And it's just kind of like, like trying to intimidate you, but then you're just like so used to it, and you're not even really afraid to die anymore because you know that you're saved in Jesus. So it's like,
Mm.
if you're not going to jump out on it with an AK-47 out of this van, why are you trying to scare me? Because it's not even scary.
No, my boy's on fire. He's on fire. Oh man, if you guys are just now tuning in, I got an amazing guest, man, Meerkat Karate. This is the Next Time Podcast, man. I am your host, NEXX Next Level, man. And I do see, hold up, my homie from Brooklyn, New York, BK, Kim Morrell, just pulled up, man. Welcome to the podcast. It's going down. We good. Man, welcome, Kim, to the podcast, man. We love you, man. Oh, man, this is amazing. This is amazing, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. So now that you understand what is going on about this program, right, Meerkat? It's like, does it make it a little easier? Well, does it make it easier when you out, navigating through the world and you seeing these weird things? Can you think about how it was before you knew, and how it is now?
Right. So that's good that you brought that up. I think this is most dangerous for people who are being who don't know it yet, because a lot of them end up going crazy or killing themselves. Um, I'm almost, sometimes I wonder, are we supposed to do that? But if we do, it's kind of like an accident for the people behind it. Um, and then when you do figure it out, that brings up a whole challenges, right? Like, because I'm trying to live according to the scriptures,
Okay.
to be kind to everybody, but this thing kind of makes you not want to trust people. So it opens up it opens up a whole new set of challenges that way.
Oh man, you're definitely right about that, man. You are definitely right about that, man. So one thing that happens to a lot of TIs, man, some some TIs like me, my family was actually involved in my targeting. Has that ever been a situation with you as far as your family?
I'm always on the lookout with everything and everybody anymore. I can't say that that's been the case for me, but
Okay,
who knows? And who knows for the future? I don't know.
okay. Definitely, man. I have definitely went through some things, man. Definitely went through some things. Man, have you ever been affected by the V2K, the Voice of God, Voice to Skull weapons?
Yeah, uh,
Mm.
and
At what point did that happen? Like, was it after the workplace mobbing that you went through, or before?
After.
Okay, okay, okay. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I actually experienced that too, man. What kind of things did you hear?
Well, I quit smoking, but this was back when when I smoke, and I had to smoke, and then there was like these like kids laughing, and
Okay.
they were real creepy. You know, everybody there, and said something like, "Now you're hearing voices."
Wow. Wow. Man, that is crazy. Man. It's kind of a similar thing for me because I used to smoke a lot of bud, man. Like I was like little Snoop Dogg or something, like, and I enjoyed it, and I would smoke weed, and I would, record music and write lyrics, and I would just wake up and smoke weed, and then one day, I would smoke, and then I started hearing voices, man, and it got really crazy, man. It got really crazy, Meerkat, and to the point where I just, I had to leave it alone, once I stopped putting that in my system, it kind of faded away, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would advise any DI that's dealing with that to not use drugs at all. I mean, I
definitely,
don't think you should, especially with this stuff going on.
definitely. Just stay away from it, man. I've actually spoke to some TIs, and they say that helps them, and I'm just like, what? It helps, like. But sometimes they'll get a high or a buzz that's recreational, and then other times it'll get dark, and I'm just like, man, I'm just like what you said, man. Guys, just drugs are bad. Leave the drugs alone, man. Leave them
And you got to
alone.
keep in mind, you got to keep an lander you can, so you're giving them like more of a base land. You're an alcoholic or whatever, an
Oh yeah,
active and addicted.
oh yeah, definitely, man. Let's see here, man. Kim Morrell says my granddaughter targeted me a few weeks ago. I helped her with her homework, and she blew an air horn in my ear. Asked her to stop. I go look out the window. Cops parked under my window. It was awkward. Man, I'm sorry that happened to you, Kim. I am definitely sorry about that, man. A lot of people, a lot of things, Meerkat. Um, a lot of TIs have said that not only their physical self has been targeted by directed energy weapons, but their pets have been targeted as well. Is that the case with you? Because I know you got an awesome dog, man. What's your dog's name?
But,
What's his name?
buddy,
Buddy. Yeah, man.
yeah,
Everybody check for Buddy on Meerkat's page, man. He's a really cool dog, man.
yeah, I'll show him in one of my videos coming up.
Has he been affected by the situation?
Yes, because one day I was asleep and I kept hearing these voices,
Okay.
and I just thought they were outside talking, and so I was ignoring it. And I was hearing him run around the house back and forth, acting all weird. But I just was like, yeah, he's just hyper or something.
Hmm.
And then I decided to get up and check, and my front door was open, and there was like four people walking away with him.
Wow. Oh my God, man. I would have flipped out, man. I would have wilded out. Man, how did you handle that situation, Meerkat?
I just yelled at him and said, "Hey, that's my dog," and they put it down, and he came back. And then sometimes it seems like he's trying to hide his head, I don't know if they're ultrasonic weapons, and he's trying to cover his ears up. And
Man. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Buddy is definitely cool, man. He's definitely my buddy, man. I rock with Buddy all day, man.
yeah,
Actually,
he's awesome.
one of the first videos I saw of yours on your channel was the you were walking, Buddy, and something happened with your phone. Like right
Yeah.
as you were getting into it, man. That video is deep, man. If you guys have not ever checked out Meerkat's channel, man, you guys need to check it out, man, and definitely subscribe, man. It is a channel to be seen. It's got some amazing content on it, and my guy is creating amazing content every day.
Thanks,
Every day.
Nexx. Hey, about that video you're talking about, what's interesting to me is if you watch the video, it's like we're talking about dog, okay? But listen to what's being said by me and by them.
Right.
Talking about the dog, because I'm not sure we're talking about the dog. You'll have to check that.
Definitely. Definitely, man. I wish I had it, man. I would pull it up right now and play it, man. Definitely, man. Oh, man. So, Meerkat, man, once you found out about the program, I'm assuming, um, you know, the Lord led you to YouTube and you saw some information about what you was going through that you could relate to. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was some of the earlier videos that you saw? Like, what was some of the videos that you saw?
Well, just like with the one headlight cars, I never, knew that was part of this. Now I see them all the time.
Okay.
They come and go. Things like that people experience. I've been experiencing too, but didn't know what it was or what to attribute it to.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah, helicopters flying. One day I went out to smoke, and a helicopter flew right over my house. I was on the front porch. It's literally above me. It's below 500 feet, which is actually illegal because I looked it up after this happened. For like 30 seconds. I mean, I could feel the wind blowing. It like blew my cigarette out, and then it flew like in a circle to the left, came back again, and stopped right above me.
okay.
And it did that 2 more times. And I got a lot of single engine planes for the time. I've seen the drones, like the Predator drone stuff flying.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. Man, so when you started watching YouTube videos, right? What were some of the earlier videos that woke you up to this program, if you can remember?
Man, I've watched so many videos I really don't remember.
Okay. Okay. And like what is some of your favorite channels that you like to watch, in the TI community?
Oh, Lamb Damage is a really good channel. I like channels that match things up with scripture. That's what I try to do as well.
Okay.
So he inspired me, actually, I should say that. He definitely inspired me.
Good, big shout out to him, man. Man, are there any other channels that, some of your favorite channels that you like to watch?
Well, like recently, watching Butterfly, and I watch your channel.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, your channel's awesome.
Thank you, man.
So, sometimes I just kind of surf around and type in target individual on YouTube and check out, what people are going through. And if there's anything I can help, I'll, comment on their video.
Right. Right. And that, you know what, man, I really like, man, I really hold you up in high regards for that, man, because a lot of people don't do that, man. And that's something that you definitely do. And I feel like it's the least we can do, to show support to people that's brave enough to create content and to speak out against what's going on and to give people encouragement and hope. That is amazing, bro. You know what? That is amazing, man. I gotta hit the button, man. That's definitely amazing quality about you, man. I really admire that. I really admire that about you, man. If you
I mean,
guys
we got to look out for each other.
definitely, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, man, this is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. I am your host, NEXX Next Level. This is the NEXXTIME Podcast, Volume 9, featuring my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. And we are getting to it, man. Like you never knew it. This is a podcast for you. This is for the people, man. So if at any time you guys feel called to to share, or you guys going through something, or you just need to vent or anything, man, you can call us up right now, man. If you got any questions for me or Meerkat, you can call us up right now. We will patch you through, man, because this is what we do here at the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. Volume 9, Meerkat, man. So where you live, Meerkat, is it heavily targeted out there, man? Like, you see a lot of things going on in the area where you live?
Yeah, I mean, I was out walking the dog today and yesterday, and I gotta say this, like, I noticed the people, like, sitting in their car with the windows and just staring straight ahead, like they're in a trance, or like they're updating, like they're robots or something. It's really kind of creepy, man. And I've been seeing it a lot. Sitting in their car, just staring straight ahead.
Wow, that is crazy, man. Do you get any, you know, do you get any of the gang stalking when you go out to like grocery shop, or like do you go into Walmart and you get any, like, you see any strange things, people moving around acting funny?
Yeah, just people a lot look at me like I look different from everybody else. You know what I mean? Almost like I just
Definitely.
look different or something, and I don't know what that's all about. I was at the dentist, and the receptionist looked up at me and asked me if I was from around here. And yeah, I think so. You know, pretty sure I am. I'm pretty sure I am, but you guys are looking at me like I look different or something.
Right, right. Man. Let's see here, man. Let's go to the comments here, man. Kim Morrell says they like to kill our pets, so be careful, man. Guys, definitely be careful, man. Watch your pets. Pray over your pets. Pledge the blood of Jesus over them, man. KR says a small plane almost took out the trees in front of the house I stay at. Man, KR, man, I am sorry to hear that, man. They are going hard, man. These perps is going hard, man. They working overtime, Meerkat.
They're trying to, yeah.
Yeah, man. Kim Morrell says this takes courage to do, because there are still a lot of folks in hiding for various reasons. Thanks, guys. That was awesome, Kim. That was awesome, man. That was definitely awesome, man. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. You guys rock, man. You guys are amazing. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. Praise Jesus says, my cat is twitching, the body freezing, seizuring, falling over. It's been happening for about a week now, but he's eating, purring, and seems to be okay between these episodes, man. I am sorry to hear that, man. We got to pray over our animals too, right, Meerkat?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, man, we got to pray over them too, man, because I believe that God can protect us, man. He can protect them too. You know, we are all His creation, man, and man, it's just unfortunate, man. Like, who goes after a poor defenseless animal, man? Who does that, man?
The safest.
Man, oh man, I just don't know. So earlier you said that you know a lot about conspiracies, right? Conspiracy theories.
I feel like I do,
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
yeah. You know,
The things that you
the
know?
whole, well, whole camp thing, and I'm wondering if they're keeping an eye on us because at some point, you know, in the near future, they're going to throw us in FEMA camps.
Mm.
Because that's what it seems like. They don't want to let it, you know, like they're always watching. They don't want to let us out of their sight.
Yeah. Man, it's definitely for a reason, man. It's definitely for a reason, man. I want to ask you, Meerkat, are you there's a debate, whether this Earth is a flat Earth or is it a round globe?
Mm.
Where do you weigh in on that situation?
Well, I feel like it's kind of relevant. I don't know what it's, you know, how it's relevant to anything, but if I had to say to answer your question, I would say it's a sphere. And because if you take a telescope and you look at the moon or Mars or the other planets, it's most likely going to be like that.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. Definitely. Definitely, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, man, this is the NEXXTIME Podcast, man. This is for the TI community. Okay. This is for the TIs, the true TIs, guys. I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. And we are here, man. We are here to tell it like it is, to tell you what we've been through and to tell you how we getting through it. Man, so I got a question, Meerkat. So last month, April, right? The month of April went by super fast. Do you see how time is just going by so fast?
it definitely is
It,
like there's something going on with time, yeah.
yeah, man, it's just blowing by so fast, and before we know it, June will be here. But I'm just wondering, man, like as far as your targeting, right? As far as your targeting, was last month of April, did your targeting go up or did it decrease?
Uh, in general, it's either going up or staying the same. I have days where nothing goes on, but I attribute that to the fact that I'm making videos and speaking out.
Okay, okay,
I'm really interested in trying to appease these people or whatever. That's just who I am. Like pretty much the more that they're messing with me, the more I'm gonna speak out, and that's how it is.
hmm, definitely, man. And I actually have a segment on my live stream show called Perps Gone Wild, and that's where we just take a moment to to just take a look at certain things and certain things that perps do to people, just so we're aware of what to look for when we're out in the world. What is the craziest situation, the craziest encounter that you've had with a perp during your targeting?
I've seen it's been so bizarre. I mean, there's just so many different things. I had like a Vietnam era helicopter, like a
Okay.
Huey, a Bell Huey, fly over my house. That was really weird because that should be Zoom. I've had a man walking in front of my house hissing like a snake.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
can't. I
God.
would have to give it some time to come up with a list, but it's because it's like literally it's nonstop craziness.
Right. It definitely is, man. It definitely is, man. And guys, you guys watching right now, man, if you hear a question that I asked Meerkat, um, you guys can answer it too. I'm asking you guys too, So if you guys hear me ask anything, man, type it up. Or if you guys feel called to share, you can actually call us up right now. The number is streaming by right now. It's streaming by. You can call us up, man. Give us a shout out, man. And the Meerkat, if you have any questions for me or any questions for the people in the comment section, ask away, my friend. Ask away.
Okay.
Ask away, man. So I see here, Kim Morrell says the indirect conversation they do to me. They definitely do that to me too. Has that happened to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the huge thing. They love that. I guess they think it's crafty. Kind of a way they can bash you over the head to your face without you really being able to respond.
Yeah.
Uh, to respond, you'd have to kind of talk in like that same type of language back to them.
Okay. Okay. Oh man, big shout out to Sleepy Hills, man. Welcome to the podcast. Man, we are lit right now. Sleepy Hill says my perps were hard following me, and I checked myself into a mental institution because I felt unsafe. But what I found was the mental hospital was filled with a bunch of actors, and they were reading my thoughts. Man, there's some remote neural monitoring going on in there. Man, Meerkat, has that ever happened to you, man? Have you ever found yourself in a mental hospital?
Yeah, I have.
Man, do you want to talk
uh,
to us a little bit about that, man?
I mean, I might as well because I really don't care anymore. But like the first time they got me with like a SWAT team.
What? You got swatted? Oh
Pretty
my
much. I mean,
God.
it was like 6 or 7 police cars, and
Oh my
it was crazy.
God. Yo, I am so
That was
sorry, bro. I am
that
so
was
sorry to hear
long
that, man.
before I knew what was going on, though.
Oh my goodness, man. I am so sorry to hear that, bro. Were you at your house?
No, actually, I wasn't, and I was driving around, and I heard a voice tell me to go home. And the voice was more like just a really strong feeling I should go home, and so I went home. I got there, and they were like all lined up. Um, I used to leave my front door locked because I had a German Shepherd who was just pretty ferocious, and they kind of had the door cracked, like they wanted to go in and go on. But they were all lined up in a row, like they were. And I said, "Hey, are you guys looking for me?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then they kind of like tackled me.
Wow. They just tackled you.
Yeah, pretty much, and all the neighbors were out.
Oh
Good
my
times.
God. Oh, I am so sorry, bro, that happened, man. Oh my God. You were just out, just doing your thing, and next thing you know, the SWAT team is looking for you, and they tackle you.
Pretty much, yeah. It
Wow.
wasn't a SWAT team, but it was like 6 or 7 police cars. I mean, it was a scene. Let's put it that way.
Wow. Man, so what happened after that, bro?
Well, then they gave me a ride to the psych ward, and
Okay.
but this was again before I knew what was going on.
Okay.
So
Okay. Man, well, you are not alone, bro. That definitely happened to me too, man. I'll tell you more about it in a little bit. So how long were you in there? Like, how long did they keep you in there for?
just like 4 or 5 days,
Okay.
they pretty much that's what they do for most people. I think they figure out that you're not crazy, and then they just give you a bunch of pills and send you on your way.
Okay. Yeah, and you're definitely right, because that's definitely what happened to me, man. But I thought I was really crazy because I had an episode with the V2K, and that's how I ended up in the hospital, man. So when they prescribed you these pills, did they help at all with any of the symptoms you were experiencing at the time?
I can only speak for my own, and I'm not telling anybody they should or shouldn't
Okay.
use medications. So, but for me, they didn't.
Okay.
They just made me like a zombie type thing, and it was no good.
Hmm. Hmm. Man, Meerkat, you are not alone, bro. Like, and I'm not ashamed to tell my story, man. Like, I I was stressing. I was going through some things. This was like back in 2011. I ended up staying up for 3 days. I was involved with a perp at the time. My girlfriend, she was definitely a perp, and I ended up hearing some voices, man. I was in my recording studio. I was making some music, and I started hearing voices, man, and it turned into a crazy episode, man. I actually made a video. I got videos on my channel, the V2K files, where I really get in depth about it. But I started hearing all kind of crazy stuff, and it was so intense, Meerkat, that I ended up staying up for 6 days. And I
Uh,
thought I thought my house was surrounded. I thought people was out there trying to come and kill me. They were saying all kind, we're gonna kill you and F you and you're gonna burn in hell and stuff. I just heard a bunch of crazy stuff, bro. Like I
did you
heard
go out and check it out outside to see if there were people out there?
no, nah. I sat in the house with I think it was a AK. No, it was a SK loaded rifle, like
Mm.
ready to shoot through the walls. Like my girlfriend was telling me at the time, nobody's out there, nobody. And I was like, you don't hear that? I'm like cussing her out, like I'm like, inside my heart, I knew that she was involved in it, And she was like, oh my god, and the voices was telling me to say stuff and to just do crazy stuff, and So make a long
Well, yeah. Sorry.
make a long story short, you know, I called my older brother. He came over and he took me to my cousin's house. I stayed over there for a little while and I bugged out over there. My cousin was like, "Yo, man, you gotta go, man. Next gotta get out of here, man." And my brother came back and took me to the hospital, you know, and I wilded out in the hospital because the V2K was going so crazy. Like, it was so intense. Like, they were like, "Oh yeah, we got you now. We're gonna kill you now. The nurse is gonna poison you and such and such. Look at that person over there with the red shirt on." And I looked over, and the person had a red shirt on, and it was so intense, Meerkat. Like, the V2K was crazy. So the doctors and the staff cornered me, tackled me down because I was like throwing people off of me. Strapped me to one of those gurneys. Um, did gave me some kind of shot. I don't even know what it was. The needle was like this long, bro. It was like it was super long, and I just remember looking up at the sky. Well, not the sky, but at the ceiling, and the ceiling tile started moving around. It was like moving,
Oh,
and
man.
then I was out, bro. Like, I was out, and I was out for they said I was out for 3 days. They induced me into a coma for 3 days. So I don't know what they did to me, Meerkat. Like, they could have put a chip in me. They could have did. I don't know what they did to me, but I woke up 3 days later in a state of panic, like telling the doctor what I heard and what was going on, and the doctor was like cursing at me. Like, it was crazy. It was like, "You're effing psychotic." And I just remember that, that moment. And I ended up writing a song called Psychotic. And
Oh, man.
I wrote a song about it, man. And I don't know, I might release it, man. I might release it, man. I still got it. I never released it, man. But I was popping a lot of pills and I was doing a lot of things I wasn't supposed to be doing back then, man. But I ended up in the psych ward, man, and I woke up 3 days later, and my family was there, and I people who I wasn't even speaking terms with, they just were there, and I remember, like, my father is dead, and I remember, like, having this vision of him talking to me while I was out, and I woke up and my mom was there. It was like a crazy experience, bro, and it was really crazy, Meerkat. Like,
Yeah, I believe you. I for sure believe you.
yeah, man, it was so intense, man. And I got out
But
of there, and they did the same thing they did to you. They prescribed me a bunch of pills that made it worse. And every time I took these pills, like, and I went to sleep, I had these horrible, crazy nightmares that, I mean, it will still haunt me if I think about it, man. You know what I mean? Yeah,
well, for everybody out there, who's watching this or will see it later, before you dismiss this as crazy, you can easily find on the internet documentation about these V2K weapons. They, I'm not a scientist. I don't know exactly how they work, but basically, you're thinking there's like frequencies going on in your brain, and they are able to record this stuff, and like also they can project it back to your brain so that your brain, to you, it will seem as if it's your thoughts, but they're
right.
not your thoughts. I mean, this stuff can be found, like they were using the V2K technology on the Arabs over there somewhere, telling them it's like that it was Allah and they need to put their guns down,
Yep,
and they put their guns down and like surrendered. So this stuff can be found online.
definitely, man. And you know what really gets under my skin, Meerkat, when I see people online on YouTube telling people that there's no such thing as directed energy weapons. There's no such thing as V2K. It's just demon spirits, and you know what I mean. Like, that
Well,
really gets under my skin because it's happened to me, bro. Like, I've been attacked by these things, So I know that it's a real thing.
directed energy was created for crowd control.
Right.
Originally, it would be mounted up like on a Humvee, and if the people were rioting or whatever, it would make everyone basically run away. And this is all like you're out. I mean, you can find it online.
Yeah.
And there is, with what you're saying though, there is a demonic witchcraft and evil spirit aspect as well. And I think
Right.
people want to just divide it up into one or other, but it's actually both. That's been my experience.
Right. Definitely. Definitely, man. Definitely, man. And I tell my story, Meerkat, because it's real, man, and it really happened to me, man. And I really don't care if people think I'm crazy or not, because at the end of the day, I know I'm not crazy. You know what I mean? But for a while, I thought I was crazy. Before I knew about this stuff. That happened back in 2011, bro. And
Right.
after that was the most intense the V2K ever got, is when it first hit me. I've experienced it um over the years and thought I was crazy, until I learned about what was going on, until I learned that, man, this is a real thing, and I know I'm not crazy. Like, there are people who have schizophrenia, but it's not nothing that just pops up out of the blue. You don't just wake up one day and you have schizophrenia, like, and hear voices. It's something that
Right.
that you grow up with, that you have.
Mhm.
So for a while, I really
And
did think I was crazy, man, Cat.
also, the doctor, and they told me this, that like most people, they like schizophrenics can't do basic tasks. So like the doctor was telling me, like, yeah, they wouldn't be able to go into a bank and handle their checking account. So it's not schizophrenia.
Hmm. Man, it was crazy, man. And that was just a little inkling of, what I went through as far as my targeting, man. Like, it's a story that never ends, Meerkat. Well, it does end, but it hasn't come to an end yet. Kim Morrell says that V2K had me think I heard my neighbor's voice cussing me. It probably was. Anyway, it was a setup. I went out to grab a bite to eat with my dog, and one headlight bandit drove over my little prince. Oh my God! Oh my God, Kim, I am so sorry, man. Oh, I cannot believe that happened, man. I don't know what I would do. Oh my God. Man, rest in peace. Shout out to Little Prince, man. I cannot believe that happened to her, man. Somebody rolled over her dog.
That's messed up.
Yeah, man, that is not cool, man. They're gonna make me come out to BK, man, and find whoever that was, man. That is not cool at all, man. Oh man. Where's Ashton? I'm being punked says that's terrible, Kim. How brazen of them to do that. Unbelievable and so sickening. That is the truth, man. Oh man, I want a dog, man. I want to get a dog. I love animals, man. I love animals, man. I love birds, cats, dogs, fish. It's all God's creation. But
Hmm.
a part of me, like, I don't like to live in fear, but we're all human beings and we do experience fear at some time, right, Meerkat?
Yeah,
And I
like I said, you just gotta draw closer to Jesus.
That's right,
You know.
definitely. I just don't want them, like, I don't want to get a dog or an animal and have them be targeted. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I don't want that to happen, man. Like, but I know I'm gonna get an animal though at some point. I'll get in a great space, man. I need that companionship, man, because it's nothing like having a dog or a cat, man. Like, the loyalty they show is more loyal than some people, right, Meerkat?
For sure, for sure.
Man, this is amazing, man. This is amazing, man. Meerkat, you are awesome, bro. Like, you are awesome, man. At some point, man, we gotta connect, man. We gotta get together, man. This is your boy NEXX next time, man. Next time podcast, man. To the right is my guy Meerkat Karate, man. We are just here chopping it up, man, talking about what we need to talk about, man. If you guys have any questions or if you guys are going through something you want to discuss it, man, don't forget this is an interactive podcast. You can type it in the comment section, or you can actually call us up right now. The number is streaming by right now. You can call us up right now. If you guys have any questions for me or Meerkat or anybody, man, just let us know, man. Let us know right now. That's what the podcast is all about, man. Whereas Ashton of Being Punk says, great, praise. Please let me know how it's going and feel free to ask me any questions. And if it doesn't improve right away, let me know. Kim Morrell says, I posted the dead dog on Facebook so the gang stalkers could see. Man, that is hard, Meerkat. I couldn't even imagine that, bro.
Yeah, I'd be sure.
I can't imagine that, man. Like, man, my heart just goes out to you, Kim. It really does, man. It really does, man. And rest in peace again to Little Prince, man, and to any animals that have been caught in the crossfire that's targeting, man. They don't deserve that, you know. They don't deserve it at all. Man, Praise Jesus says tons of gratitude. Whereas Ashton, I'm being pumped. I will let you know. Man, this is crazy. This is nuts. Oh my goodness. So Meerkat, man, what plans do you have for your channel, man? Like, do you have anything special that you planning out now, or you don't want to really talk about it? You just want to let it unfold and happen?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Is if there is no plan, I'm just kind of letting it to this.
Okay, okay. And how is your sleep schedule, man? Because I know, look, me personally, ever since I can remember, I've always had an issue with sleep and getting rest and getting a proper sleep, man. Is that an issue with you, my friend?
Yeah, it's always been an issue, just like you said. Now, I'd say within the last year, I've been getting this, whatever it is, that right after you fall asleep, it wakes you up. Like, it feels like you're getting zapped or something.
Okay, okay. So that is probably some DEWs, man. And do you get these crazy weird nightmares or dreams at night, man, when you do actually get a chance to go to sleep?
Yeah, but, I think dreams are just dreams. People say that they interfere with your dreams, but I think it could just be dreams or dreams. I always had weird dreams, but that's just me.
Okay, okay. Definitely, man. You know what, man? I got a question, man. Was there any, like, growing up, was there anything, you know, was there an occupation or a career that you always planned or that you always wanted to do? But,
Yeah, I
but
always wanted to be a cop, and I went to school and I have a degree in criminology, but
really?
I don't want to do that anymore. That's for sure.
Hmm. Wow, man. And when did that change? Like, at what point in your life?
Because of all this,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
I have seen the participants in it. Just the other day, there was a cop in uniform following around a grocery store, and for no reason, of course. And I turned around, and he's going like this, like he's, talking into his radio, and what they're trying to do is like to make everyone else. They're trying to make it look like, I'm a bad guy, and we're watching the suspect,
Okay.
and I in the fire department and the ambulances when I go out, that would be driving by with their lights on, and
Hmm.
that tends to happen more when I have a cell phone with me. I think
Okay.
they're using the 911 system to ping the location of the cell phone. So that doesn't tend to happen as much when I go out without a phone. So I pretty much don't go out with a phone anymore.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Definitely, man. I've noticed. They definitely do use, law enforcement, first responders, fire department. They definitely inquire that in a lot of our targeting, man. And I've noticed a lot of times when I'll go to a store or I'll go to an appointment or something, and they'll show up and say, "Oh, someone called 911," and they're looking around like, has that ever happened? Does that happen to you at all?
It hasn't happened yet. It wouldn't surprise me if it does. And But I have been leaving locations, and as I'm leaving, noticed a bunch of police cars or fire trucks going there in that direction from where I just left. So it's all just part of the thing to make you look like whatever they're telling these people that you are, you know.
Yeah.
It's the street theater.
Oh yeah. Speaking of street theater, man, what kind of street theater do you see out where you're from? Like, what kind of street theater goes on out there?
Well, like people be talking about my sins, and that's the spiritual aspect of it. Like I think when they have a demon in them, anything that you do that's a sin, they seem to know. This has been, at least for me, like they'll know or talking about it. Before I got sober, I'm sober now. I've been sober for over a year.
That's
But
amazing, bro. That's awesome, bro. That is
thank
awesome.
you.
That is.
I got.
I gotta push the button on that. Hold up, bro. My boy's sober a year, man. That's amazing, man. Okay, let's keep it going, man.
Before I got sober, I was drunk and I started pissing on the porch, but nobody was around. You know, like I looked and there was nobody around to see. But they knew about it anyway, and they were talking about it like it coffee or something. And this lady's talking about he just started peeing off his front porch. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just like a random person just saying that, like while you out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Man, street theater is crazy, man. So I'm not sure if you drive. Do you drive, Meerkat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So do you get followed? Do you get tailgated? Because I know they did that to me a lot. And Brighton
Mm-hmm.
you and boxing you in. Like,
For sure.
does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it definitely does. And you know, when they start tailgating or I get like a one headlight car behind me, I'll just slow down, you know, and take my time with it.
Mm,
Doesn't bother me. It doesn't
okay.
bother me.
Okay. Okay. Definitely, man. Yeah, I see a lot of that going on, man. And when that was happening to me, I didn't know, Meerkat. Like, I had no clue, what was going on. Like, I just knew that it was like something wasn't right. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that. And another thing that I wanted to ask you about, man, is the smear campaigns. Have you experienced that at all in your targeting? The
Um,
slander?
I'm positive they're doing that. Yeah, just
Okay.
because of the way people look at you,
Right, right.
it's just obvious that's what they're doing.
Mm, man. So, do you have any idea of what kind of things are being said?
It's they say you're a pedophile or a domestic terrorist or
Right, right.
some kind of dangerous criminal that needs to be monitored. You know, whatever they think of.
Man, and it is definitely not easy when you go through that because nobody says a word to you. Nobody says absolutely anything. And you would think, Meerkat, that somebody would say, "Yo, man, they talking about you or this happened." And
Yeah,
with my story, like there were people, perps placed around me that I thought that were my friends who were running these smear campaigns on me, Meerkat.
yeah, for sure.
And I didn't even notice it. Like I didn't even realize it until after the fact. And I'm like, all right, these people ain't my friends. Let me just fall back, before something really get crazy.
Right. Yeah, I think some people that I thought were my friends drugged me like we were smoking weed, and I think they put something in there because I was getting all tired and I barely made it to my car and passed out in my car, like locked the door, passed out. So I don't know if they were planning to like drug me and then kill me or what, but it was for sure shady.
Mm. It definitely was, man. When you get that feeling, man, you gotta go with your gut, man. I feel like that might be the Lord trying to alert us to what is happening around us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. He will. He will let you know that, if you need to go somewhere and get away, he'll let you know.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, man. Kim Morrell says, "Congratulations on your sobriety, Meerkat Karate.
Thank
Congratulations, man. Thank you, Kim, for being awesome, man." She says, has anyone ever been almost kidnapped?" Man, that's a great question, man. Have you ever been kidnapped or almost kidnapped, Meerkat?
Not that I know of. I think that's kind of the vibe they were trying to give me, Wines or something, but no, not that I know of.
Okay, okay. Man, that's a great question, man. You know what? I was, when the V2K was really hitting me hard, like I would always hear like people would be outside or like, oh yeah, like I could hear people's voices like they were like outside my house, like they were gonna come in and kill us or do something to me or something like that. But as far as being kidnapped physically, like nobody never put their hands on me. Like it's been a couple situations where I had to defend myself, but nobody physically like tried to like grab me or tie me up and throw me in a van or nothing like that, man.
Right. Yeah, I get a lot of the death. Do you get a lot of the deaths where, like that? They're even like they don't even come to you and say, "Hey, we want to kill you," but they indirectly. Do you get that?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, man. I've definitely got through it, man. And it's not easy, man. It's definitely not easy at all, man, to go through it, man. But you can get through it. If anybody is going through similar things, man, you can get through it, man. I just say give it to God, man. Give it to Him. Surrender to Him. You know.
Do you get messages on TV or on the radio that you feel are directed to you?
Oh, all the time, all the time. I think it's funny though. I think it's really funny, man. I think it's really funny when that happens. I just look at it and laugh. Like what can you do? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want
Right.
to let it like take me to a dark place.
Right. Right.
That's a great question though, man. You guys, Meerkat had a great question. Do you guys get you want to ask that question to him, Meerkat?
Sure. I was just curious if you guys ever feel like commercials on the radio or TV are directed at you. Um, Something where I was in the car and on the radio they said they're going to treat me like the Jew that I was. Uh,
Wow.
yeah. And then and this is going to sound like over the top. Take it
Yeah.
or leave it, whatever. But there was one time on CNN. It was late at night,
Okay.
in prime time or anything, but late at night they were like repeating stuff that I'd been sent. The anchors.
Man. What were they saying, bro?
At the time, saying, "Wait, there's more," and like that I was in a chat room talking to people, and for days I'd been saying, "Wait, there's more," like that Billy Mays OxyClean guy, and
Okay.
saying this on CNN. They were like, "You could probably even find it on YouTube." Like, but wait, there's more. It was
Wow.
crazy.
Wow. Man. Let's see here, man. Let's go to the comment section right now. Let's see here. Praise Jesus says, "Father God, if my dreams were from the enemy, then I rebuke them now. If there were any agreements or covenants made, any satanic agents, marine kingdom spirits, spirit wives, husband, or children, I break these agreements and renounce and denounce them now in Jesus' name."
Amen.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome, man. Praise Jesus. We love you, man. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. You guys are awesome. All right. KR says, "I was medically kidnapped." Praise Jesus says, "However, if my dreams were from you, Father God, and in line with my book in heaven. Then I come into agreement with them and thank you for them in Jesus' name. Amen. That was awesome. Man, KR says, I don't have a TV and don't listen to the radio. Man. Man, do you watch a lot of TV, Meerkat?
I usually have it on in the background.
Yeah.
I'm on my computer a lot.
Okay. Okay. Good deal. Good deal, man. And one thing that I like to ask, man, were there ever any movies or any TV shows or anything that you saw that you could correlate this program with? Like, you know how sometimes in TVs and shows they show us the truth without like just giving us a glimpse of it. Is there anything that you could recommend for people to watch?
Sure, that old movie, Enemy of the State, is really good.
Enemy of the State, guys. Check it out. Check it out.
And yeah, I don't know if you guys are into the CERN stuff, but that movie, Deja Vu, with what's his name? You know that movie Deja Vu? What's that guy's name?
I'm not even sure, my friend.
Not Will Smith. It's
Okay. I'm not. I haven't.
Washington.
I,
Denzel Washington. You should. They in that movie they were like watching people, super high technology. They can like watch you in your shower and stuff.
oh, was it Enemy of the State?
No, that
No.
was the first one I named, but this is Deja Vu. And they can like rewind time. They can see backwards in time, like days before and past and future. You should
Wow.
check that out. Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Man, that is crazy, man. I definitely got to check that out, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is the Next Time Podcast, man. We are getting to it, man. Man, I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right of me is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. We are out here, man. This is an interactive podcast, man. And I just want to thank you guys. Big shout out if you're tuning in live or if you're checking out the replay. Big shout out to you, man. But if you are tuning in live and you wanna you feel called to share, if you want to answer any questions that are maybe being asked or anything, there's a phone number, guys. You can call us, man. You can definitely call us up, man, and we'll patch you in right live as we are watching it, man. As we are watching it, you can join in, give anybody a shout out or anything, man. Never forget that, guys. This is for you. This is for the people, guys. We are for the people. We the people. Okay. And I just want to thank you guys for smashing that like button, man. I see you guys smashing the like button, man. Everything is good, Meerkat. This is an amazing podcast, man. I told you, right?
Right,
It's
cool.
going to be an amazing podcast, man. Okay, so I do got a question for you, man. Has there ever been any TIs online that you maybe formed a bond with or got close with who just turned their back on you? Or did something
Uh,
snake or ran some kind of smear campaign on you?
I just recently, like in the last couple of weeks, started trying to reach out to people online. So not yet, but
Okay.
like I said, I just started trying to talk to them. So
Okay. All right, cool, man. Definitely, man. We got some movies and TV shows here. Kim Morrell says Fallen, Breach, Enemy of the State, and Meeting Evil. Man, K. Arth has a question for you, Meerkat. Has Meerkat done any research on the 72 Gates of Hell since he's talking about CERN? Good question, K.
um,
Arth. Good question.
no, I haven't. I try, to focus on Jesus, but I have into this and stuff a lot, and with the Mandela effect going on, it makes me really wonder, if those are connected.
Mm,
I think they are.
man, that Mandela effect is tricky, man. Let's get into the Mandela effect, man. Have you, man, like, it's like a real Mandela effect community on YouTube.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. My good friend Meeks B, man, she is all over it, man, and she is like really pointing things out and and talking about how the Bible has been Mandela affected, and really, shedding light to that, man. What kind of things have you noticed as far as the Mandela effect, Meerkat?
Tons of the changes in the Bible. Tons of that, and I see these stuff below if they're pointed out to me. But with the Bible stuff, it doesn't point out to me. I
Okay,
pick up on those. Well,
okay. And I definitely think that they use it, in our targeting. A lot of things that we see and notice, man, things have been Mandela affected, man. And I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that's on top of that, man, and everybody that's shedding light on that, man, and bringing awareness to it, because it's a real thing and it's really happening in real time, man.
yeah, Miggs has got. She's been looking into the TIs too.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I love Migs, man. I love Migs B, man. Big shout out to her, man. Um, Big shout out to her, man. Actually, she did an amazing interview with one of my moderators,
KR.
man. KR, definitely, man.
Yeah,
Man, what'd you think about that interview, Meerkat?
it was really good.
It really was, man. It really was, man. And man, we're gonna have KR on the podcast pretty soon here, man. Um, I just couldn't believe how her. Did you see how she couldn't even upload it? Like she had to chop it up into like I don't know. I think it was like 12 or 13 installments.
Yeah, that's crazy. It makes you
Yeah.
wonder if they didn't want it coming out.
Oh man, that's a fact, man. Because Kay Arth is on top of the truth, man. She is the truth, man. She's one of my favorite human beings, man. And man, big shout out to Kay Arth, man. I just want you to know, man, you are amazing, Kay Arth. You are. That interview was amazing. She also did an amazing interview on Ramola D Reports, and man, that interview was amazing as well, man. Big shout out to you, Kay Arth. Where Big shout out to you, man. The love is here for you right now, man. Man, if you guys are just now tuning in, this is the Next Time Podcast, okay, guys? It is an interactive podcast. It is for the people, okay? At any time, if you guys have any questions for me or Meerkat Karate, type it in the comment section, or you could call us up right now. Do not be afraid, guys. Do not be afraid, man. This is what we're here for, man. We're here to answer the questions. We're here to share our testimony, man, and just give you guys a 300%, man.
Yeah, and all
300%.
you guys that are watching are welcome to contact me on Skype if you ever want to talk or need to reach out to somebody. I'm available, so I just want to let you know.
That's right, man. And actually, his Skype information is also in the description right now, guys.
It's
In
the
the des-
same name.
Definitely Meerkat Karate, man. You guys can't mess it up, man. Meerkat Karate. If you guys want to reach out, this guy is definitely cool, humble, down to earth, loves God, man, and I just feel blessed to be able to to be able to say you're my friend, Meerkat. I really do, man.
Likewise, Nexx.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Man, so like, what kind of things do you like to do, Meerkat, in your spare time, man? Like, do you have any hobbies or any talents or anything that you like to do?
Well, no, not really. With all this going on, it's kind of really my life.
Okay,
Um, I just try to stay on top of the real news.
right.
Not the stuff you see on TV, but the real news, the actual news,
Okay,
and be helpful that way.
definitely, definitely, man. And I actually saw a few TIs, man, who posted some videos that I didn't necessarily agree with. These guys actually think that Donald Trump is the answer to the targeting. like he's gonna do something to end the targeting, man. What's your opinion and feelings on that?
Mm, mm. Yeah, I think that that's going to happen just because the powers that be. I mean, you saw what happened to Jay, right? I
I
mean, he was
saw
trying
it.
to speak. He was trying to speak out and against it, and they weren't having that. So
That's a fact. That is a fact. And we seen what happened to JFK, guys. I think he was informed about this program that was
mhm.
going, and it was probably developing in the earlier stages back then. And man, it was crazy. Meerkat, I got a call. We're gonna take a call, man. See what's going on.
Cool, cool.
What is going on? It's your boy NEXX, man. You are live on the podcast. Where are you calling from?
Hey y'all, this is Kim from Brooklyn, New York. How
Hey,
you doing, y'all?
hey, what up, Kim? How you doing, man?
I'm good. My number probably don't show up when you're on my phone.
Yo, Kim, man, I love you, man. I love your channel, man. You know I'm frequent on your channel, man. Thank you for calling us up, man. I really appreciate you, man. So what is going
I
on,
just wanted
Kim?
to tell you guys I love y'all and I
Man,
We too.
man, we love you too, Kim. Oh man, that is man. I really love her, man. What's
anyway,
go?
I just wanted to tell you have a good morning, everyone, or a good night wherever you're at.
Okay,
Good
peace
night.
out, man.
Good night.
All right, good night, man. That was awesome, man. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. That was awesome, man. Big shout out to Kim Morrell, man. Oh man, she just has great energy, man. Cat, you gotta check out her channel, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna
Yeah,
check it out.
man. Definitely, man. She's going through some things, man. She's actually in Brooklyn, New York, man. BK, man. It is rough out there, bro. It
That's not
is.
too far from where you're at, is it?
Oh, it's a couple hours. It's a few hours. But it is rough out there, bro. Like it is no joke out there, man. And she is a soldier, man. She is a soldier, man. I love her, man. Man, have you ever been in New York City, Meerkat?
No, I
No?
haven't.
Okay. Okay. Man, I just wanted to ask you, man, like since you're targeting, man, have you done any travels? Like have you been on vacation or went to visit family and seen the targeting follow you?
I haven't had a chance yet. I have a
Okay.
feeling though that if I tried to get on a plane, that I won't be able to. It's just a feeling I have because of this whole situation. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I definitely plan to do some traveling pretty soon, man. I want to get out and see the people, man. I want to go to BK and holler at Kim, man. I want to go to Cali and holler at my boy Kev. I want to come where you at and check you. I want to go to Ohio, check Angie Pittman. I want to go to KC and check my boy Street Songs, man. I want to go to Australia, go check out my boy Awaken State and Andy B, man. I just want to get out here, man, and go and reach the people, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, man. I'm
Is
definitely,
when everybody meets up.
yeah, man. Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I definitely plan on doing that soon, man. Next time is coming to a theater near you guys. We just want to give you a heads up, man. If you are just now tuning in, man, this is the Next Time podcast, man. I'm your host, Next Level, man. To the right is my guy, Meerkat Karate, man. We are doing it live. We are doing it live. And if you guys want to be a guest on the podcast, man, my contact information is also in the description. You can hit me up at any time, man. We could definitely make it happen, man. We could definitely make it happen, man. KR says traveling is not bad if you go with someone. Praise Jesus has a question for you, Meerkat. Has Meerkat ever experienced or heard about the orbs?
Yeah, I have.
You
Um,
you want to talk about that a little bit, my friend?
sure. I've had two different situations with orb test. One time I was out smoking. It was because ago in the night, and it looked like something about this of a bass, but it was like a ball of fire, and
Wow.
there was, yeah, it was just moving really slowly and just above the treetops, and just kept watching it till it went out of sight, and then that same thing happened again later, but there was multiple balls of fire.
Wow.
And then I was at someone's house, and while I was talking to them, it seemed like there was dark shadow figures outside, and they live in a wooded area.
Wow.
And at the same time as there being dark shadow figures out there, there was these orbs, and they were the size of a baseball, and they were just bright white light. So they're different from the ones I was just telling you about.
Wow.
And it kind of to me seemed like the dark shadows were demons, and these white light orbs the size of a baseball were like good energy, like maybe even angelic type stuff.
Wow.
Kind of keeping the situation in lockdown.
Wow. Oh my God, man, that was amazing, bro. Oh my goodness. I have never seen anything like that in my life, man. So that had to be an experience for you, Meerkat.
Yeah, definitely. And it's part of the reason why, like, I can't stress it enough that this whole thing is both technology and spiritual.
Right. That is definitely true, man. You have these guys out here. Oh my God, it's just the spirits. It's just the spirits, man. Have you seen that, Meerkat, on YouTube? These guys who just
I have.
think they know like all about the targeting, like they created it or something. Like it's really crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't think any of us definitely has all the answers. I mean, I'm sure that there's going to be so much stuff we're all going to have to deal with and see, and there's just no way that any of us have all the answers.
That's a fact. That is a fact, man. That is a fact. Now I have a question for you, Meerkat. Do you think that it's possible for a TI and a non-TI to coexist in a healthy romantic relationship or a marriage? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I think it's possible, but unlikely.
Okay.
You would have to like have a partner that is so open-minded and those things that I just see it being hard because they might end up getting targeted too because of it. So
Right.
yeah, I mean anything's possible, but I see the whole dating thing after you're a TI as kind of you're setting yourself up in a way with that. I would think to be manipulated, or I mean it's just something else that they can kind of over your head or you just with. You know what I mean?
Right. Definitely. Definitely. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. Man. Has that ever happened with you, like as far as your targeting? Like has it affected people that's close to you? Or, the people in your circle who you trust, your family, your wife, or your brothers, I don't know if you have any brothers or sisters. Has that affected anybody in your immediate circle?
Yeah, I'm sure it has because there's when you're with your family or whatever, your friends know what's going on, and you don't even bother trying to explain it. They'll just think you're crazy.
Yeah.
So it makes you act different, and they don't understand why. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I've definitely tried to explain to some of my family members, even my mom, I tried to tell her what was going on, and she just, oh, you think everybody's out to get you? You know, oh, you're just paranoid and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, like in real time, these things is happening. You know, like
Hmm.
these things are happening, man. So, Meerkat, have you ever experienced any gang stalking in church atmosphere?
Yeah, definitely have. There was a church I was going to, and this was before I was saved, so it's just
Okay.
3 or 4 years ago. I waited to talk to the pastor after the service, and asked him, "How do I know if I'm saved?" And he started talking the usual stuff, but then in the middle of the sentence, he goes, "Boy, you got a lot of balls coming to me," and then instantly went back into this
Whoa.
soft voice and talking,
Oh
and
my God.
yeah, it was crazy.
Whoa. Man. Oh my God. Jesus, man. I'm sorry that happened, bro. In church.
Yeah,
So did you acknowledge that to him? Like, were you like, yo, did you just say that to me? Or how did you handle that?
it just kind of like I wasn't familiar with all that crazy talk they do, the whole indirect, so I kind of ignored it and just went on. But yeah, it goes on in churches, and I've seen other videos and people testifying to that as well.
Wow. Man. Oh my God, man. I'm sorry that happened, bro. Did you ever go back to the church?
No, I'm I'm pretty much staying away from churches. They're all. It's great if you go, but the most important thing is to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Turned off by the whole 501c3 concept in the churches, and it seems like most of them are involved in that, which is the tax exemption status. So it
Right.
makes me wonder what they're doing status for the government. Like,
Right.
does the government say, hey, you can have this tax exempt status if you don't talk about this or that? So I don't like that.
Okay. Definitely, man. Oh my goodness, man. This has been an amazing podcast, Meerkat. This is only part one to the Meerkat Karate Saga here on Next Time, man. Because we're definitely gonna have my boy back on again and again and again. And man, this has been amazing. And I want you guys to know that we're doing something new. I'm doing something new now. After the podcast, guys. I'm gonna start doing something called the post podcast after party, guys. And if you want to join us, me and Meerkat Karate, and just we can all just have a moment where we can just talk about things that happen on the podcast and just talk about what we got going on. You're more than welcome to join us, man. All you got to do is hit me up on Skype, and we're definitely gonna do that. And I'm gonna start posting those post podcast after parties on after every podcast, guys. So I want you guys to get involved, man, and I want you guys to not be afraid anymore and to take a stand and to actually speak out about what's going on. And we need to form a community, guys. Like we need to be a family. Like we need to have each other's backs, man, because don't nobody else have our back, man. At the end of the day, it's all us. Like we are all we got, us and Jesus and the Father, you know. So if we don't do it, nobody's gonna do it, man. So I just want to put that out there, guys. If you guys want to join us on a post after podcast party, man, hit up my Skype, man. Get our Skype information right now, man. If you guys have any final questions or anything that you want to say to me or Meerkat, man, type it in right now, man. Let us know what is going on, man. This is the next time podcast, man. Um, Meerkat, you got anything you want to say to the people, man?
I just appreciate all you guys, and like I said, you're more than welcome to get in contact with me on Skype. I want to support you guys as well, so I love you. I can totally relate to what you're going through.
Definitely, definitely, man. Because it's not easy, trying to talk to people about what we go through, and But unfortunately, I feel called to do it though, man. I feel called to do it, man. Like we have to do it. Um, as far as triggers, man, because we all got them, man, and they all, they operate on our triggers, man, and they tear us apart, man. Praise Jesus left a comment here. It says, trigger words for me. You think everyone is out to get you. Um, what kind of triggers do you have, man? What kind of trigger words that you know that you knew, when you were out and about, directed conversation that they were throwing at you, man, that they used to attack you with?
I don't have any that are really
Okay.
set. I know when they're directing their conversations at me.
Okay. Okay. Definitely, man. Definitely. And what kind of music do you like to listen to, man, Cat?
I really don't listen to much music. I just listen to a lot of secular music.
Okay.
Like Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and stuff like that. A little bit of rap and stuff. But since I've been born again, I really listen to like gospel music and stuff.
Okay. Good deal, man. Good deal, man. Good deal, man. And who are some of your favorite speakers, preachers who preach sermons that you like to tune into? Who would you
I don't know
recommend?
I don't know their name off the top of my head.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay, man. It's definitely okay, man. If you guys got any more questions for me or Meerkat, man, type them in right now, guys. Type them in right now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Man, do you see this targeting? Do you see this thing coming to an end, man, or do you think things is only going to get worse, Meerkat?
Things are going to get worse, but Jesus is coming back soon, and
Mm.
it's obvious to everybody with the stuff that's going on in the world. If you're familiar with pictures, and when you see all these earthquakes and volcanoes, and talks about it right there in the Bible, so it's going to when Jesus comes back, and I think that's going to be fairly soon. I would say probably my best guess it's going to be within 7 years from now, because I can see the tribulation period's probably going to really start going here soon. They're
Okay.
getting ready to build that temple in Israel, and I think the Antichrist is going to make his presence known
Mm.
soon.
Definitely right about that, man. Definitely right about that, man. We're getting a call here, Meerkat. We're getting a call here right now.
Cool.
Hey, what is going on, man? You are live on the Next Time podcast. Where you calling from?
Hey, Ned, it's Praise Jesus here. I thought I'd call in with a prayer to close for the night. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Oh man, what is
Hey,
going
praise.
on? What is going on? Thank you for calling, man. We appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
Man, God bless
So
you, man.
thank you for joining with Nexx tonight, there, Meerkat. It was good to hear from you.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Thank you, man.
Okay, so I have a prayer. It's just a quick self-deliverance prayer.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Lord, I pray that you will forgive my sins in Jesus' name. I pray that you will clean me from all the power of the enemy inside of me. I loose your angels to cut all lines of communication, reinforcement, and traveling routes of the enemy in and around and through me now in Jesus' name. I pray that all living entities around me would be sealed with the blood of Jesus so that they cannot be used or staged as staging points or as reinforcements for the enemy. I pray that every satanic witchcraft mark, trap, and portal in my environment will be cleaned and covered in the blood of Jesus. I now loose sufficient amounts of angels to bind every evil spirit inside of me with chains covered in the blood of Jesus. I lose sufficient amounts of angels with flaming swords and hooks covered in the blood of Jesus to rapidly and continuously cut, and pull every evil entity out of me now. I ask that they will be completely removed from my mind, will, emotions, body, soul, and spirit in Jesus' name. I pray that your angels will pull them out of my mouth and other gates. I loose your giant sperm whales to attack and destroy every spirit of witchcraft and witchcraft control, mind control, thought control, mind occult, and all control spirits in Jesus' name. I loose spirits of blindness, deafness, dumbness, confusion, civil war, judgment, burning, and destruction on every evil spirit inside of me now. I loose your angels to fragment the mind, will, and emotions of every evil spirit inside me and strip them of their armor and weapons now. Lord, I do not know what evil spirits are inside of me, but you do, and I trust you. I loose sufficient amounts of the appropriate heavenly creature that is suited to completely rout and destroy the enemy inside me now in Jesus' name, and I ask that they will attack until all evil spirits are completely removed in Jesus' name. Please fill me with the fruits of the Spirit and the Holy Spirit and seal off every entry and exit after the enemy has left with the blood of Jesus. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you, Lord, for your deliverance and freedom. Amen.
Amen, amen,
Amen.
amen. That was amazing.
That's awesome. I think
Everybody have a good evening or day, and we'll connect soon.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in, man, with that amazing prayer, man. We love you, man. Thank you so much. God bless
that's
you, man.
awesome.
God
I
bless
think
you.
Praise is a prayer warrior and has a gift of healing. I think she does for sure.
Man, we'll be checking in with you pretty soon, okay, Praise? All right, man. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. Man, Meerkat, man, we did it, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We got the first podcast, man. I gotta hit it, man. That was awesome, just like you said. Man, we are closing out, man. But guys, if you guys want to connect to Meerkat Karate, man, hit him up on Skype. Check out his YouTube page. Subscribe. He will definitely be back on the podcast again, man. This is not the last time you will see my friend Meerkat Karate, man. I just thank you, man, and I feel blessed that you were even able to, we were able to share this moment, man. It'll live forever, man.
Thank you for having me on, Nexx.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. There's first of many to come, man. And thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for watching live. Thank everybody for checking out the replays, man. And thank everybody for subscribing and just being awesome, man. Don't let this program beat you down, man. You can defeat it with Jesus, man. With the Lord in your heart, man. This is the way to get through it, man. Hey, man, I'm your guy, Next Level, man. This is Meerkat Karate, man, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Surround sound recordings.